We just had another presidential debate. Just watch this clip.
There is no job that I would undertake with more passion than bringing our people together around an agenda that works for every man, woman, and child in this country, rather than the corporate elite and the 1%. A progressive agenda that stands for all is the way that we transform this country.
That was Bernie Sanders giving his closing remark for the presidential debate last night. I'm going to quote one of my favorite quotes from any U.S. president we've ever had before I continue. It's Abraham Lincoln giving the Gettysburg Address, and at the end he said, "We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Not a country for the elite or the 1%, but a country that has an agenda that works for all people." Why is it a radical idea in this country to want to give people health care, education, the ability to live their lives without having to live paycheck to paycheck, or have 500,000 people go to sleep every night without a home? Those are radical ideas in this country, but it's not radical to spend $750 billion a year on the military. It's not a radical idea to push our deficit to $1 trillion. $1 trillion deficit every single year. The U.S. GDP is about $3.4 trillion, and we spend about $4.4 trillion on what? We still don't have health care in this country. People still don't have their fucking jobs. People want jobs. They want to work. They want money. They want careers. They want to be happy. But this country doesn't want it. This country doesn't want people to be happy. They don't want their citizens to live long, healthy lives. They want to take and scrape up as much money out of them as humanly possible and let them wither away and die. They don't care. And it's so absolutely insane and asinine to me that if anyone, the Conservative Party, is going to sit there and talk about how they want to stop spending and pull out all this stuff that doesn't matter, like war, and they want to move things down as far as going to libertarians and making it about states' rights, but then they increase military spending. They cut $1 trillion from the wealthy in a tax cut. They raise the taxes on the middle class, which effectively doesn't even exist anymore. This country doesn't even have a middle class. People want to sit here and talk and act like they care about everyone who lives in this country, but then at the end of the day, every single belief that they hold and everything that they vote for stands against that belief. And I don't understand what's going on anymore. I don't know if this country has always been like this. I don't know if this country is moving generally into this direction or what. But we have to make a difference. We have to do something different. We cannot continue with the status quo. We cannot continue going on with the same bullshit that we do every election. Every year, every election, every decade, it's the same thing. We go in, we go out. We need someone like Bernie Sanders to step in and make a change and do something different. This country, I don't know. I know it's been 11 years since our recession, and everyone thinks the economy is doing great, but we're running the longest bull market this country has seen literally ever. And now the Federal Reserve is going back in and saying, "Oh, well, it's time to do quantitative easing." And if you don't know what that is, in short, it's literally our government creating money out of thin air and then just putting it back into the economy to help stimulate borrowing and spending. So we're just using fake money to make money. And we're doing that to fund our $1 trillion deficit that doesn't give anybody health care or jobs, fight climate change, fix education. I fucking hate this country. Bernie Sanders 2020, everybody. Bernie Sanders 2020, everybody. Bernie or bust. I'm a Bernie bro. I don't know how much longer I can handle it. I know the American people can't handle it much longer, and who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I hope to God that I am. It's been Generation Us, the podcast where we talk about anything and all things. YouTube channel where we talk about anything and all things. It's for me, you, him, her, she, they, them, whomever, what have you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nicholas. Go America.